And good evening, everyone, and you're listening to another episode of Deathmatch Wrestle Podcast. It's Tuesday night. We're going to have my returning guest, BradCash, on the line. Tonight, we're going to be talking about his past match he had against Masada at IWA's Guardians of Hardcore. And much, much more. And stay tuned. Let's see what he has to say. Hey, BradCash, good evening, and how you doing tonight?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. Just chilling out today.
You-
Sitting back, chilling, getting some bookings in order and all that.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Last week we were let's get into it. Are you ready? Let's get right into this.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Last Saturday, last Saturday, really. I think it was last Saturday. We were just in Memphis at the IWA's Guardians of Hardcore, and you faced the one and only Masada in a electrified tubes. How's that? Whatever. We know what it was. Tubes match. How's that? Electric match. How's that?
There we go.
Something like that. But, yeah. What a night that was. My God, man. The first, as you entered the ring and people saw you, it was like they knew who you were. You know what I mean? Like, they knew you were ready for that bell to ring, and you taking on Masada, of all people, is like one of those people that really, truly is, we know that he's like one of the original deathmatch people in the wrestling world, like really one of the, out there who's been there millions and millions of times,
Right.
to bring it to the table, and he's not scared,
Yeah, Masada, I have a little bit of a history with Masada building up now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to say this,
yes.
and I honestly, I don't give a shit who it pisses off.
Right.
In my mind, and honestly, in a lot of people's mind, Masada is maybe one of the greatest deathmatch wrestlers of all time, but also one of the greatest wrestlers of all time on the independent scene.
Yeah.
And I've never in my life met anybody that can throw a beating like Masada.
No.
I've been in hundreds of fights.
Yeah.
Outside of the ring.
Right.
And I've still never taken the beating that he's given me before.
No. Like, those chair shots were like, holy shit. Like, like, those are some serious solid shots,
Oh, yeah, I'm still feeling them.
But no, really, that was a good match. That was like, really, it was like, chemistry was perfect that night,
Yeah. Yeah, I was definitely the Rocky to his Russian or his Clubber Lang or Apollo Creed, whatever you want to call it. I was definitely the Rocky in that match.
Right. I mean,
I was there to bleed.
I know you were. And weeks before, you were like, oh, I'm sure you didn't know. I'm sure you didn't know who you were going to be going against, right? Like, like.
Oh no, I knew.
Yeah.
I knew in Masada. I issued the challenge to Ian.
Yeah.
Because honestly, like, the past couple of deathmatch events I had done.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and I had some good ones. I wrestled a buddy of mine named Travis Dykes,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like the opposite of me in the Masada match. I mean, I just destroyed Travis.
Mm-hmm.
But then, had a couple matches with J.C. Rotten that were very under the radar, but like they were brutal. They were
And
brutal.
also,
definitely came a long way.
And don't forget On Point Wrestling, Survival of the Sickest too. Remember that?
Oh yeah, for
definitely
sure.
Sure.
Big Tank and Jeff Cannonball, and then my feud with Tank down at Anarchy.
Yeah.
And then even my match with Ricky Shane Page.
Mm-hmm.
But there was never there up until this match with Masada.
Right.
There hasn't been that sense of danger for me. You know what I mean? There's always danger. It's a fucking death match.
Yeah.
But never, it always looked like it could go either way.
Yeah.
It was never up until this match was there ever a point in holy shit, Brad is getting fucking destroyed right now. You know?
Yeah. He's getting massive.
I think that's what surprised a lot of people was they were Masada is literally kicking Brad's ass, and he was Masada.
He definitely was. I mean, dude,
I cannot fight it.
I know, and those fucking skewers, those fucking skewers. Oh man, it's like a fucking.
You would think after taking them so many times you would get used to them, but you never do. They fucking hurt.
I know they're sharp. You're sharp. They're sharp. And you know what? Scary about those things is they could fall out they could break right in half. You know what I mean? Go further.
Yeah.
The pieces could actually jab in farther, and we don't. You know what I mean? I'm sure you noticed that too. It's like a toothpick.
Yeah. Fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit. I know, but yeah. So you got some, but that was a hell of a fucking match. Actually, that whole night. What'd you think of that, man? Really, that night was awesome.
That night was
fucking killer.
I've been to quite a few deathmatch
I know.
shows. Now, and that one,
definitely,
as far as the whole night goes,
was
probably one of the best ones I've been on.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly, I couldn't sit here and tell you, which match was the worst match.
Because seeing Eddie Kingston, to have Eddie Kingston show up, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Out of the blue. And Nate Webb, Nate Webb's awesome, people didn't realize, that's awesome. Two guys that we know in the business, tear it up. They're funny as hell,
sure.
They're great.
For sure. And then I had to follow those fuckers, after they go out and tear it down. It was a crazy night. Seeing Cyclo Pay and Extremo, those guys are fucking amazing.
Dude, when they're at the GCW by us, oh my god, man, they tear it down. They're fucking unstoppable, you know what I mean? They're just crazy motherfuckers, They are just, I'm glad that they branch out and brings people like that in. Because we need to, it's good to experience like Jeff Cannonball. He's gone to Mexico with them, It's or Jimmy Lloyd, It's really, this is what, and Schlack too, to represent and show, you guys everybody can do,
Right. Yeah, I agree.
I
mean, and then, not just them, but just, just fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Was awesome. If anybody slept on that main event of Nick Gage and RSP, then fuck them, because that match was awesome.
Dude, it was. It was awesome. So much.
Marcus Crane and Homeless Jim. That was awesome.
That was awesome. Poor Jimmy fucking lost. Didn't almost make it, but he made it.
But one person that really really surprised me, just from what I watched of everybody else.
Yeah.
Because most everybody on the card I already knew.
Yeah.
But Kikyo.
That girl was awesome.
I was very impressed. I didn't know she did death matches.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to talk to
her. And Ludar tore the fuck down.
Dude, I can't wait to talk to her in a couple weeks. I have her on, so that's going to be a good one to talk with her. See I can't wait to talk to her about that match and shit, Yeah, Ludark.
Yeah.
That was my first time actually seeing Ludark ever, Like, I did never seen her. She's fucking awesome, Ludark is...
Yeah.
She's
cool as shit, man.
She really is.
She's definitely... I mean, she's a bad bitch.
She's fought a lot. I know she's fought Sage Sin a lot, And Mason Maria, and I think Randy a couple times. Randy West,
Yeah.
But yeah,
I actually shared a clip today of her against Heidi Lovelace, Ruby Riott now. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, she's a very, very underrated female wrestler. Ludark is. I think Kikyo is too.
Yeah.
There was so much talent on that card the other night.
I know, it really was. And JC Rotten going out and really fucking showing off his pride. He, his father's
for
showing,
For sure. It's like I said, me and him are still...
Yeah.
We still need one more match between me and him.
Yeah.
Our very first match was earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
It was a barbed wire board match.
Yeah.
And it wasn't... I don't want to say it was a bad match, but
mm-hmm.
there was a lot of complications with the barbed wire and the boards. Plus, I was going on like 48 hours of no sleep.
Right.
So I was extremely sluggish.
Drained.
But JC impressed me in that match.
Yeah.
And then we did an electrified bulbs match. And
mm-hmm.
and my God, like you can't hurt that little fucker.
No.
Like he was jumping off rafters and shit. And, I burned his fucking skull with one of the bulbs, and you can't hurt him.
No.
Yeah,
that was
another one who people have been sleeping on.
Dude, but that was awesome. That was pretty cool. He lit it up, He lit that one tube on fire. Dude, that was awesome. That was pretty rad.
Cool, yeah.
That was cool. You know what? That ring got... Well, where I was sitting, the ring was actually on fire. That little apron. Yeah, that guy, security guard, grabbed the water bottle.
I didn't know that.
No, you couldn't really see it, But no, that whole show.
Yeah, it definitely is. I'm gonna throw a little plug. Anybody listening to this, if you're curious. Mm-hmm. About the show, definitely people should go out, buy the DVD, buy the Blu-ray, buy the download.
Buy the Powerbomb TV. Powerbomb TV is the new thing.
For sure. Purchase Powerbomb TV, because you can see so much on Powerbomb TV, not just IWA.
No.
You can see Anarchy. You can get a double dose of BradCash.
You can get it. You can see it. You can see BradCash on Point Wrestling. Shit, sure. It's out there. It's out there. I hope you're coming back pretty soon. Well, maybe, hopefully, I'll see you down the road. Maybe, hopefully.
I definitely hope so. I'm not going to say with who, but there have been nothing set in stone, but there have been talks with some. Mm-hmm. Different places up there, which pique people's interest. You know what I
saw online? Did you see that? I guess that some company was coming down near me. Did you see that? Like IWA Vintage or something?
Yeah.
What was up? Yeah. What was up with that? I didn't even know.
We were supposed to. Yeah. We were me and Bryant Wood and a couple others supposed to be on that.
I know.
And then I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
But
the usual.
I got a message saying that it was canceled. So.
Jeez. Yeah, that would have been badass. I would have been like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm coming to see my buddies." Shit.
Yeah.
Fucking, that would have been a great night. But you know what? Those promoters always say so. You know what I mean? It's always like one of those. It's those companies that don't do much. You know what I mean? We know that.
Right.
You know how it is. We know, right? Like the business, seriously. They don't want to. Right. They don't want to risk it. I don't think.
Yeah. I don't really know. Why dude canceled. He may have had a legitimate reason.
Yeah.
I heard it from other people, but but I mean, on a plus side, I still picked up a booking.
Yeah.
That night.
I know.
But of course it's in the opposite direction. But,
yeah, I know. I know. yeah.
But yeah, going back to Saturday.
Yes.
The whole deal with Masada.
Right.
I'm trying to think for a couple days, and
yeah,
like I really, thinking back about it, it was the worst beating I ever took.
Yeah.
But it was one of those things that I think was necessary for me.
Yeah.
Because like anybody can go out there and hit somebody with shit,
Absolutely.
And it's no. I mean, that's what we do,
I know.
That's part of our job.
Yep.
But,
yep.
Then, like, I wanted, to show to people that not only can I go out there and hit you with anything, but I can stand there and I can take it.
Yeah.
I can take that light tube shot and I can get up. I can take that cinder block. I can take the skewers, I can, because that's pretty much all it was I got my ass whooped.
But you were fucking in hype. Your hype was there and you wanted it more and more, That's what it's about, too, You're just, your adrenaline.
I think one of the dumbest moments in that match, I don't even know if I said it loud enough for people to hear, but when he was drilling me with that chair, at some point, it hit me harder.
Yes. Yeah.
And he did. I mean, he
fucking nailed it, man. Like, how many times I watched that already? Holy shit. I'm sure. What do you think of it? Yeah, you're like probably What do you think? Well, actually, the whole show was great. To where you watch, I'm sure you watched it. It was really good.
Yeah, for sure.
I gotta buy a DVD of that too. I want to definitely have that in my stock.
Yeah, and like, and I posted this on Facebook a couple days after. Knowing some pictures came. Actually, you were in the picture.
Yes,
to post them.
I appreciate that. You know what?
Really are.
Hey,
so,
you know what?
There's no deathmatch fans. No. There's no fans like the deathmatch fans.
You're right.
You got your WWE faithfuls, and then you got your fans all over the world that go and watch whatever, and that's cool.
Hell yeah.
I'm going to stop them, but the deathmatch fans. I mean. I've never met a group of fans that when I go to my merch table and I'm sitting there selling T-shirts, will literally stand in line just to come up and say thank you.
And talk. AJ, my buddy AJ, we love you. We're great friends.
AJ's a cool dude.
He really is. He's one of those people that that's why we're friends. Everybody is, That's why we're friends. You know what I mean? And it's really I appreciate that comment. That made my night when you posted that. That was like a thank you. Like and it was true. And I showed a lot of people, and they're like, wow, that's awesome.
Right.
That made it.
Yeah.
But it is.
Well, I mean, it's kind of like the late great Rocco Rock said in one of his last ECW matches, we do a lot of crazy shit.
Right.
We jump off shit, we get hit with shit, we get burned, we get electrocuted, whatever.
Sure.
And there's no way we do that shit without all you people.
No.
There's no way. I could not stand there and take hit after hit without you guys, that fire that you guys bring.
I know.
Like I feel we feel that shit.
I know.
I'm fucking, I'm over there bleeding to death at one point in the match, and I even sat there and thought about it, and I was like, man, at any point I could have just been like, all right, I've had enough.
Yeah. And, walked away.
And this was one point. I think it was when he slung me onto the electrified tube that was on top of the shopping cart.
Yeah.
I think, was that where I stared at him and I, waved my hand like, give me some more or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when I first hit that tube, I was like, oh, man, fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can take anymore. And then I just hear you guys,
Yeah.
I hear you guys,
chanting, going.
Like, holy shit, how much can he take? And I'm like, well, fuck, I'm going to find out for them,
Yeah, this is for you guys. Here you go, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, I I may never be as good as Masada. I may never.
You know what? You know what? You are who you are, and you kill it, and that's what the game is about. You have fun. You don't care if you're top name in the world. You know what I mean? Like you said in your post,
right.
I'm a top dog in the world.
Yeah.
Top.
It's like I said, I may never be a top guy. There's some places where I'll always be a top guy.
No.
But I guarantee that I'm always going to give you guys a top, what's the word? Effort.
Yep.
I'm going to give you guys top guy effort every single time.
Yeah, and you do. And you do that.
Fuck, at Survival of the Sickest, fucking tank. It off my throat on the thumbtack bat.
Yeah.
I had scars from that for like 3 or 4 months.
I was going to say, how was that? I mean, I didn't really get, I was going to message you, but I'm sure I was like, we're all busy talking and having, we talking, stories were crazy.
Yeah.
That night was really crazy. That was a fucking, the youngest kid in the game, fucking Colt, 45. Holy shit, man. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. Colt tore it up that night. I haven't seen him since then, but I've been hearing some good shit. I heard he won, a couple tournaments. Good for him, man.
I know. I've seen some pictures of him with trophies and shit. Yeah, he's doing pretty good for himself. I'll have to see how he's doing.
And then, speaking of Tank, a lot of people, up north, it was harder for them to follow mine and his feud. Most of it took place down south.
Yeah.
But, then going back to the Powerbomb TV, if anybody watches, I think it was called Hostile Takeover from Anarchy Wrestling, that is, up until this match with Masada, that is the second bloodiest match I've ever been in.
Yeah.
Me and Tate did our final match, and it was a Taipei Death. And, I mean, it was scheduled as a Taipei Death match, but, I mean, me and we're going to beat the fuck out of each other or whatever. I lit my arm on fire and clotheslined him.
Oh, fuck.
He stuck a gusset plate in my face and headbutted me. We had a board with gusset plates and glass and, Legos and thumbtacks and just all kinds of shit. Slamming each other on it. It was some brutal shit. And
I'll tell you what, gusset plates are gusset plates are so popular. You know that,
Oh yeah.
And actually,
I
my friend and I we actually go to a home Woodhaven Lumber, right? Sells the giant sells the contractor size gussets. They're a little bit bigger than those. They're square panel. There's the bigger squares, dude. And we bring those to the GC Dub. They're like, holy shit, Yeah. They're crazy. I'll bring one out to you next time. You'll be like, what?
I've developed a kind of a love for the gusset plate.
Yeah.
I've used them quite a bit now, and But
you can make some you can make some cool contraptions and toys. It's really cool with those though. You can do whatever design with those,
Yeah, for sure. Sure. Those and tack strips you can pretty much make whatever out of.
I know.
But yeah, Guardians of Hardcore was a big opener to the year. And now, it's kind of a challenge, but it's a challenge I'm looking forward to. Of now I got to top that shit. I gotta
step up.
Now I got to bring more to the table. I got to lead more. I got to take more. I got to hit more.
Yeah. Now it's time to focus and see what's next coming, right? Now I'm sure there's some good stuff coming.
Oh yeah, for sure. Just the next few weeks. I got down south. Actually, real close to my hometown. There's a tournament held every year. It's almost like the TPI. It's a very wrestling based tournament. But it's called the Scenic City Invitational. They bring guys in from all over the world, and this Saturday they have what's called the Scenic City Rumble,
right?
And it's guys fighting for that last spot in the tournament, and I mean, and it draws a crowd. I mean, it draws anywhere from 500 to 1,000 people or more.
Yeah,
and so I have that. This Saturday, and
Sweet.
I'm really looking forward to it. Joey Mercury's going to be there.
Joey, he's old school. I used to know him from like way back in the days, back days of wrestling,
sure,
man. He's a great guy.
Then the week after that, as you know, IWA Mid-South is having Hardcore Heartbreak.
Yeah.
And
you're headed back out there.
Nobody loves a good hardcore heartbreak as much as I do.
No, yeah. I wish I was there. Wish I was there. I can't make every show there. You know that. I come to the special ones. You know that. It's what it's. I don't think I'll be there in March though, or April, whatever the next one is. The big death tournament, because there's a lot coming our way. Too.
Right, for sure. Yeah. And then. In a few weeks, I go back to Anarchy.
Yeah.
And wreak my havoc there. I mean, down there, I've just been killing motherfuckers down there.
Yeah.
Dude, I wrestled last time down there. I fucking pulled a screwdriver out, just started stabbing him in the head and shit.
Sweet.
Yep. I was a little green kid, and
yeah.
They were all pumping him up in the back. They're like, go out there and give a good effort. I just murdered this motherfucker.
Bring the hacksaw too, right? Fucking oh my god,
I gotta get a new hacksaw now. Masada
fucked it up. He fucked it up on you.
Yeah, he broke it on me.
Son of a bitch. They probably got that from the flea market.
Yeah, but it's like I said, Anarchy is definitely worth watching. The shit I do, down because I mean that's what I love about these places, man. Anarchy, IWA Mid-South, like there's a lot of talent that has came from these places, not just deathmatch guys.
No, just
but like your AJ Styles, and your fucking Ruby Riot,
I know.
Just all kinds of people have came from these. I'm glad to be a part of their history, and I'm carving my own name in those histories, and hopefully, I can get back out to the East Coast and start making a legacy there too.
Yes, Brad, are you listening to this? GCW, come on, pick up this guy, BradCash, right? Yes, it's the fucking. Dude, you'd be awesome in there, I think that'd be a show you would love to show fans, That's a fucking killer show. H2O, fucking house, Matt Tremont's other one, That's always a good one, too. He brings that out.
Yeah.
How's the
I haven't talked to Tremont in a while. Maybe time to hit him up.
Yeah, definitely,
And hopefully, as soon as I get my passport in, there's some places overseas that have been talking to me.
Oh shit! Cool.
Rise over in England.
Whoa, man!
A couple of them to come in.
Fucking holy shit, dude! That's things that you
American
want. Your bucket list places to go. You know that. So.
Yeah.
It's like me. I want to go to Japan. It's my bucket list. Japan.
For sure.
Gotta do that one of these days. Gotta do that.
If you're a wrestler or a wrestling fan,
I know.
Or, involved in wrestling, Japan is definitely a bucket list place to go. I got to knock a couple of things off my bucket list this previous year. I had a singles match with Ricky Shane Page at IWA, and it was fucking solid. Ricky's something else, man. You wouldn't think a guy that big could move like that.
I know, he moves like a fucking machine.
Yeah, he's fucking cool, man. I did a little bit of stuff with WWE, which surprised everybody. They were like, "What the fuck? They got a deathmatch guy doing a tryout?"
Really? I didn't even know that. When did you do that? Oh, no shit. I didn't even probably hear about it. You didn't probably never tell me about it.
I kept it pretty hush hush while it was going on. I mean, cool stuff. I mean, it wasn't anything major.
No.
Just
Small
opportunity.
Foot in.
Got a chance.
Foot in, as they say.
I actually picked up some indie bookings just from being there.
Really? No shit. That's pretty good though. Yeah, that's pretty.
And then then it's good to see guys from where I come from, like Xavier Wood, and, Dash Wilder, and those guys.
I know, there's so many guys, man. It's like, wow. It's like, there they are. Fucking on
right.
Every day you're looking at TV. Oh shit, here's Sammy Callahan. Fucking remember when he was El Generico? And people like, these other guys are like, holy shit. Remember when Brody was in this one company? Holy shit, It's like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. There's one promotion I go to. And actually, next Saturday I'm going to go to. It's called Jersey All Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, I've heard of them.
And, a lot of those guys in the younger days made it, they were the TV, they made it to NXT and WWE, and TNA.
Right.
A lot of those guys have, paved their way, Homicide, and people.
Right. Yeah, that's number one on my bucket list, by the way, is Homicide. So if any promoter is listening to this, BradCash versus Homicide 2018, make it happen.
Yeah, definitely. Holy shit. That'd be a good match. You think about it. He's really, he could go. He could go any style, Any style.
Yeah.
Hardcore to...
Oh, for sure. I've seen him wrestle so many different styles of
yes.
dudes. And honestly, like, and one of the... I have a sentimental reason for wanting to wrestle Homicide. Coming up, this is way out in left field, but a couple years ago, I may have even mentioned this last time I was on here.
Yeah.
One of the whole reasons I got into deathmatch wrestling was I had a friend named Nino. And his name was Nino Sparks, and he looked just like Homicide, wore similar gear, could do a lot of the same moves and all that, and he was my buddy. And he had came up to me one day. We were just messing around in the ring one day, and he came up to me and he was like, man, he's like, I really want to do death matches.
Yeah.
And everybody down there was like, you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. And he came up to me and we talked about it.
Yeah.
And this was even before I had met Tank or anybody. And he was like, I know you've done some hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
But would you maybe be interested in doing a death match with me just to see
what goes
just
on?
To get our foot in the door of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I was a little. It wasn't that I was uneasy about it. I just honestly, at the time, didn't know where we would even get it booked.
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it, I'll do one with you. I've done some barbed wire and some other stuff. I'm like, sure. And so we had it set.
Yeah.
We were going to do the first death match actually in our home area.
Right.
That had ever been there, and we had it set up, ready to go, and literally, like I think 3 weeks before it, he died.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had some issues he was battling, and this one day they found him on the floor, seizure, and they had him in ICU for I want to say it was a week maybe. And then I got the phone call that he had died. And I mean, it really tore me up. It really tore a lot of people up.
I'm sure because
we had a memorial show for him. And I think it had 1,500 people show up.
Yeah.
And I actually still have some of his gear. Me and his brother, kept some of his gear, and I wear it. I wear it from time to time.
Yeah.
I more so keep it in my bag now because the
Right.
company, I don't care much for, but
Yeah.
but we and it was, and then I said to myself, I was like, I want to do this, I want to do this death match me and him talked about. I want to do this for him, and then then I met Tank, and actually before that, it like right after he died, my grandfather, who was a big inspiration, his last name was Cash. That's why I go by BradCash. Actually, he died.
Mm-hmm.
Right, just back to back.
Yeah.
So I was really beside myself at the time, and and then I decided I was gonna do this, and then Tank was the first person that was like, I'll do a death match with you.
Oh shit!
And we had still at that point never met. We never once met face to face.
Yeah.
We met each other for the first time, very first time we wrestled. And it wasn't a death match, but we just went out and we just beat the shit out of each other. And then, then after that, we did, my first death match, which compared to the ones I do now was very tame. But at the time, it was, it was very
violent.
Holy shit. Yeah, I was getting my face curb stomped in thumbtacks and shit like that. And then it escalated from there. And the more I wrestled Tank, the more it started to spread, and I don't know how long they kept the camera on me the other night, but right before I went back through the curtain, like the other night at Guardian, that moment, when I stood up and just, everybody in the crowd just, showing me that love and appreciation. That's what I've been looking for.
Yeah. Because you
miss that moment.
It's the moment because you miss your friends. Because you miss your friends there. Like us, you miss us being there live to watch. The power to be rooting you on. And that was it. It was a night.
Yeah.
That lasted.
And right before I went through the curtain, they may have caught it on camera. I wasn't really doing it for the camera, but I looked up and said thank you right before I went back through the curtain. And that was a nod to Nino Sparks, who I have no doubt in my mind that if he was still here, it would have been him in the ring getting all those people to cheer for him.
Yeah, and also our buddy Kevin,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I know it was, just recently.
I know, there's
the anniversary of Kevin's passing.
God, man, our friend. God bless him.
Yeah. Kevin was so...
Kevin was the 2002... Remember that? 2000.
Cool dude.
I love when we all were down there, 2016. You remember that? That was a...
Yeah, my very first tournament,
Yeah, that was awesome. Kevin was great.
Yeah.
Came up to everybody.
That was crazy. That was when I took one of those muffins and shoved it in Bryant Woods' mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, and I remember when Kevin called Joseph Schwartz Genital Schwartz, genital. It was great.
Yeah.
And then when he said to Jeff King, "I'm the Muffin King, God damn it,"
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to rewatch that. Remember that? I think what the hell? Remember the referee got cut open? Fucking John got.
Yeah. God, everybody was getting sliced open that day.
I know.
I remember the medical truck was full of people.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like my nose was falling off.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, that was a.
I know.
That was a very big awakening to a deathmatch tournament.
Dude, and that, you know what? I passed out. Remember that? I fucking was dead to the world. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
But I fucking made it to the final. Fucking watch John fucking become king. I'm like, fuck hospitals. I'm not going to the local hospital. I'm roughing it out. Shit, passing out in this fucking. But nope, made it though. Had to see all my friends.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Everybody took care of me, though, You guys took care of me. Make sure I was all right,
Yeah, for sure.
I was living off my cigarettes and power energy drinks, I think, that night, you know? Starbucks boosts, you know?
Right.
But no.
Yeah.
Last week was more comfortable, you know? Last week was great weather. We loved it, you know? That weather was great. I love that little cooler, you know? IWA was nice. That fog was pretty cool, you know? The weather was just perfect.
Yeah. It gave a feel to the to the arena. I think when you pulled up, you know.
I know that was kind of weird. It was kind of weird going and pulling in a fog. You're like, what the fuck's going on here? You're gonna pull down this dirt road, pulling down that dirt road, you know, to the building. Yeah, you can't even see it.
Well, you know, it's like when you get to the building because you know, they have the bathroom set up, you know, where you got to go through the one door and go in. And I went out there, you know, I was gonna try to wash some of the blood off. That's when I found out my eyebrow was busted wide open. But, I get up there and I look, and the way the fog set is it made it literally look like the rest of the world didn't exist.
I know.
The world literally this deathmatch tournament. There was nothing else.
I'm surprised Ian didn't have a camera guy go outside, you know? He should have done that. That would have been cool, you know? Just to pan that, you know? But you know.
And you know, Ian's another guy, man. He's really took care of me since I came.
You know, that whole night, those speeches were great. He always has good speeches, no matter what. You know, I loved his speeches.
And nothing beats my English is fuck though. That was
what's that?
Probably the best comment of the night. You know, on top of everything else is my English is fuck.
Yeah. Well, no, I remember Ian's nipple thing. That was funny as fuck. You know, the guy picking on the people. That was great. He's a ball buster. He's funny. He's great.
Yeah. But you know, he's definitely, you know. I mean, everybody. Mm-hmm. You know, everybody has reasons, you know, to dislike somebody. You know, but a lot of it, I think, a lot of his is a lot of people judging. You know, before they actually know him, they just go by word of mouth, or you know, maybe this happened, and then you know the story got passed on, and you know, made it escalate, whatever. Because I've never had an issue with him. No. Ian has always took care of me. Mm-hmm. You know, he's always critiqued me. He's given me good advice. You know. Yeah. He you know, and he really lets me go out there and do my thing. You know. Yeah. You know,
it's like what he said. It's like when Ian talked to Manser. That was a good speech about Manser, and that was true. You know how he was like a guy that just came out of nowhere. You know, you're still our champion. You know that was true. You know what I mean? Like no matter what, right? You're coming off a win and you get the victory again. You know, this is respect, and people like that.
Yeah, he really. And he's got a knack for finding talent in guys that you wouldn't expect would have great talent. Yeah. You know, like if you saw, you know, Manser, JC, you know, maybe even, you know, just you know, probably out on the street, you know, I think we were normal guys. Yep. You know, I mean, I'm bigger than both of them, you know, but
of course.
You know, but Manser, you know, God, dude, very first time I saw him, you know, I'd heard of him, but I hadn't really seen him before, so I wasn't really sure what to expect, and he won me over, in 3 minutes. Yeah. 3 minutes, I was like, that guy's fucking awesome.
Yeah, he's, you know what I saw about it was a Vicious Outcast Wrestling. He was really like, you know, he was just genuine. You know what I mean? He was just genuine. You know, like he knew how to take it. You know, as a wrestler, it was great. Like he got forked by the skewers that I gave. You know, donated. You know, like he took it like a champ. You know, it was great. But no, he's a character that everybody needs to get booked on a show at least, or even have a match with you would be awesome. There you go, Manser.
Yeah.
Open challenge.
That's another one I would like to knock off.
Yeah.
You know, I would love to face, you know, Mads or
Yeah.
G-Raver. Me and G-Raver were actually supposed to wrestle each other last year, and the card got changed last minute.
Yeah.
You know, G-Raver's another.
There's another
awesome talent.
Dude. He's the best. I know. He's one of those He's like the crazy motherfucker from the East Coast. You know,
Yeah.
like he knows what people don't know. He's fucking awesome. You know, he's fucking out there to show. It's like Eric Ryan too. There's another guy, Eric Ryan.
Yeah.
You know, Alex Cologne. Holy shit! Like all these guys, you know what I mean? They tear it up.
Right.
They tear it up for us. You know.
Fucking Marcus Crane.
Dude.
Marcus Crane.
He's
the craziest motherfucker.
He really is. He really is. You know, he was looking for alcohol the whole night. He couldn't find any. Nobody had any.
Well, unfortunately for him, I had found some, but you know,
Yeah.
I had finished mine, you know, before I got in the building.
Right.
But
there was actually a bottle.
You know,
My friend's car actually. Had a bottle of Jim Beam under the seat. That was a.
Oh God!
I know. There's like 2 swigs left.
Y'all would give me a bottle of Jim Beam. My match never would have ended. I would have said, "Keep hitting me, no motherfucker."
Yeah, I think there were like 2 swigs left in the bottle. It was under the seat. I'm like, shit. Here's Marcus. Where are you? You had some alcohol. You know.
Right.
But no.
But yeah, Marcus is great.
Gosh.
You know, he's another guy I want to face. Schlack.
Yes.
Schlack's amazing.
Schlack is mother.
You know, Adam Bueller. You know, you really don't see him much.
I know, man.
Area, but Bueller's fucking phenomenal. He's a crazy motherfucker too.
He is. I think he hates his job, but you know, hey, you know, get out there and wrestle. Go.
Yeah.
You know, just go do your thing,
right.
man. Instead of the real world, right? Well, real world is a job, but I think he has a kid too, so that's important.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, he still goes out and does those West Coast events.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he kills it out there. Like, you know, I always see the reviews, and it's, you know, just covered with Adam Bueller did this crazy thing. Adam Bueller did this crazy shit. You know.
Yeah, and he gets out west. He goes to Colorado to like Primo's Wrestling. That's a pretty cool fit. I'm gonna check them out sometime. You know.
Yeah, I need to check that out as well. My boy New Jack was out there last time.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Even you know, still fucking has it, man. Still
diving
off balconies.
Aiden was showing that video. I was like, holy shit, he's still got it, man. You know, Aiden Blackheart. Yeah. You know,
I wrestled him again for you know a few months ago.
Right.
And man, that motherfucker, you know, just still has it.
Yeah.
We're out there, and it was a funny story, man. It was a poorly promoted event, and it sucked because I had somewhat of a hand in it.
Yeah.
And it was kind of funny. I was actually doing some of the booking for it, and we really had, you know, some different people booked, and you know, there was some cancellation. Well, what I thought were cancellations was actually the promoter just
didn't care.
You know, being a dipshit.
Yeah.
So he was like, "See if you can find us, you know, somebody else." And I'm like, "Man, it's like a month till the show."
Yeah.
So I knew the budget, so I got a hold of New Jack, and you know, because we still talked a little bit from our first match.
Yeah.
Thing, and he said, "Yeah, I'll come in." So I was like, "Great," and I messaged everybody on the show, and I said, "All right, who wants to wrestle New Jack?" Not one guy on the show was like, "Oh, me," you know. Everybody was like, "Fuck that shit," and I was like, "All right, so if I wrestle him, you know, is anybody gonna give me shit about it?" They go, "No," and I was like, "All right." So it was me and New Jack, and man, had the promoter done his job and fucking promoted the show, oh man, you know, it would have been awesome. And you know, we still gave the people that came, you know, a match. You know, we still put on a show for them, but man, you know, he kills me, man, because Jack goes out there and, still just takes it to you,
Yeah.
still get you with the fork, still,
Mm-hmm.
I think he slammed me on a bundle of tubes at one point.
Right.
And we fought all over this motherfucker. And
Yeah.
he actually ran me over with a guy in a wheelchair.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, just grabbed this little dude in a wheelchair and just ran dude straight into me.
Oh, man. That's just like
that.
That's just like
funny is this, after it, I'm laying there and I look over and New Jack is laughing.
Yeah.
He's like,
that was just
like, did I really just hit this?
That's just like Marcus Creighton. Remember when Marcus Creighton homeless Jimmy, the charging battering ram?
Yeah. Exactly.
That was great.
I love that shit.
Yeah, that was great. That was fun. That was a creative way to do it.
I do know one thing though. I'm never going out and drinking with New Jack ever again.
Yeah, he can.
That's not because I can't hang with him.
Yeah.
But because that motherfucker almost got me shot.
Oh really? Oh shit.
Yeah. So he gets off the plane.
Yeah.
Like it's hours until the show, and
let's go to the bar.
He said he was hungry, and I was like, I am too, and he's like, yeah, I want to get a drink too, and I said, all right, me too.
Yeah.
So we go to I think we went to Applebee's that was right by the airport.
Yeah.
And this is close to my hometown.
Yeah.
So we walk in there, and you know how New Jack is.
Yes, loud and fucking obnoxious, and
we sit down, and the whole time, we've just been talking, just normal and everything. And he said, you want to see me scare the shit out of somebody? And I go, yeah, sure. I need some entertainment for the day.
Right.
And they had this nerdy little dude as the bartender.
Oh, God.
He goes, hey, cracker.
Oh, shit.
Give me a goddamn drink.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, it's already starting. And then he goes, I want 2 Long Island iced teas and a shot of Goldschlager. and he said, and then get this motherfucker whatever he wants.
Yeah. You're like, oh boy.
I was just like, I'll take a Miller Lite,
I'll take a table away from this guy. Hold on, let me go.
Oh man. And I don't know if you've ever had Goldschlager before.
Yes.
But I had not at that point of my life.
Yeah.
And I had no idea how that shit tasted.
Yeah.
And New Jack, he was drinking it, and it looked pretty normal. And then he had the guy pour me a shot. He goes, kill that.
All right.
I'm in minutes. I grab it. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll take a shot of it. And then I'll start gagging.
Yeah.
And made fun of me for like 5 hours.
Oh God!
But
yeah,
it was. He's such a fucking cool dude. Man.
He is.
Like, he's
great.
He's got a reputation. But, man, New Jack is one of the coolest motherfuckers in the world.
He is. I wish I was younger. When he was in ECW, the earlier days. Seeing him, it would have been awesome to see his, the prime. When he first came out.
I like watching some of his old Smoky Mountain stuff. Going down south, and having like Malcolm X shirts and like the Black Power flags and all that. Man, it was such good stuff. It was, God, like people hated him,
Yeah.
And it was awesome. Like, you really don't see people getting that kind of heat anymore.
No, you don't really. Yeah.
It was great. Nowadays, like, you probably fucking can't. Like, a lot of promoters are pussies nowadays.
Yeah, I know.
But, that's why I love going,
sure.
Like your IWAs, your Anarchies, your
East
on
Coast.
Point,
Yep, I know. You're welcome.
Fucking, I've never been, but, fucking GCW, I watch that shit. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah. I know. It's crazy.
Nick Gage,
Fucking Nick Gage, man. He's
every time I watch, any highlights from GCW, Nick Gage is tearing it up.
He does what he does best, man. We know it. He's been in the game for how long? Holy shit! What early days in CZW? Shit, man, and
yeah,
like
I mean, and you can't tell because that motherfucker still goes just as hard as anybody.
Mm-hmm. And he's traveling. He's done some traveling already, so he's doing good, and he's got his
Guardians was the first time I was actually in the same locker room with him.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he's intense.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's
not a gimmick. Nick Cage is an intense, intimidating person.
Yeah, but when you talk to him, like if we have a drink out in the parking lot, he's mad chill. He's cool.
Yeah,
he's cool.
Yeah,
he shoots with that.
Hopefully he's another one that one day I step in the with. I would. I'm all about.
You know what?
I'm all about.
You know what?
Myself.
He's always calling people out for that Fight Club. He always calls for that Fight Club. You never know.
That's true.
Right? That's his thing, his compound, It's pretty cool though. What's kind of weird is it's right next door to the CZW dojo. How random is that?
Right. Yeah.
It's like next door is CZW and and then here's GCW. It's crazy, but they don't care,
Yeah.
Two little warehouses, But that GCW one's bigger though, It's a lot bigger.
Right.
Because they've done a lot of work to it, build it. Ripping down. Nick's done a lot of the work, so you know what I mean. He did a lot of demolition and shit,
Yeah, Nick. As far as GCW goes, Nick.
Yeah.
And Brett. Everybody, it's one of the places to be right now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean. Even guys that don't do death matches, and I was at a show the other day,
mm-hmm.
Close to home, and guys were like, "Man, did you see that shit on GCW? Did you see this? Did you see this?" And it's a place people are talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something else I love right now. There's so much good buzz going around.
I know. I know.
GCW, IWA with the Guardians of Hardcore. That show. It was a sellout.
Yeah.
It doesn't get much better than that. When I came through the curtain, just seeing this ocean of people.
Yeah.
It's an amazing feeling.
Coming from coast to coast, it's like everybody gathering around to see some fucking wrestling that we know who's going to be there.
Right. Yeah, and the thing is everybody had somebody they wanted to come to see, and I guarantee you that everybody left with somebody new that they would like to see again.
Yeah,
it was fantastic. Like you said, you had never seen Blue Dark wrestle.
No, I know.
You saw her the other night. She's fun. And that's the thing. Maybe some people came that maybe had heard of me, or maybe didn't have a fucking clue who I was.
No, even the locals, even the locals, because there's always a different crowd sometimes, and I noticed that, that's good though. That's good,
Yeah. And that's the thing too is.
Mm-hmm.
As Guardians of Hardcore was promoted so well, by Ian and Nick Manawa.
Mm-hmm.
It was promoted so well. That you got some places that they're, and it's really, I don't know if it's like this up there, but down here, it's why I don't wrestle anywhere close to my home, because these places they're just like, hey, we're having a show. They don't say who's on it. They don't say unless it's like their fucking brother or somebody. They don't plug anybody. They're marks for themselves. They think just because they say, "Oh, I run a show," you may get your buddies to come, but But I mean, guys, it's playtime wrestling around here.
Right.
Nobody gives a shit about the product, and that's why I hate this area so bad. This fucking Knoxville, East Tennessee area.
Right. It says
because back in the 80s, man, Knoxville, Tennessee was the place to fucking be. You know,
Yeah.
you had, it's where everybody was, you know, fucking, you know, like the really old school guys,
Yeah.
you know, Tommy Rich and
Yeah.
all those guys. And now, and everybody's just fucking killed it. Like it's dead. Like,
Yeah.
you know, we ran a TV show here a couple years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and it was loaded. You
Yeah.
know, it had guys that are on Ring of Honor now.
Mm-hmm.
Had you know, I mean, me had some TNA guys on it and
Yeah.
shit. But this area is so dead that even with it being properly promoted,
Mm-hmm.
it may drew 100 people.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like that. It's like a stalemate, you know? It's a stalemate,
Yeah.
but it happens.
It's just,
But your area must really just like not be that area that really craves what you want to do, you know what I mean? Too.
yeah. Well, you know, and then,
Mm-hmm.
and you see for a while this area got on an MMA kick, but now it's not even.
Yeah.
It's not even on the. It's like everything is just so poorly promoted that people think that whatever is brought here is just going to be shit.
Right. I mean, hell, when you go to, you know, like a fair comes up or something, okay, I'm going to go to a fair this week, there's a show, you know? What the hell?
Yeah.
You go to the next town over or someplace, you know?
Right. Yeah. Thankfully, there is one show down here close to home. It's about an hour from me. It's in like just this small town, but fuck, they pack the house out. It's called Southern Pride Championship Wrestling.
Yeah.
And it's got a lot of young guys on it, but I think it's one of those places that people, you know, realize like, hey, you know, these guys are wanting to do something,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and then you got, you know, a few of us that do travel all over that come in and help those guys. So they never know who they're going to see. And,
help them out.
You know, and it's very good. It's very well promoted. You know, I can't wait to see what happens with it. We're trying to talk them into letting us do a couple of death matches.
Sweet.
You know, that would be something that area has
never
not seen.
Yeah. Or at least do some trash cans or something, you know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know, it's like, I mean, you know, or we can just, you know, maybe just bring them in full force and do me and Masada over there. You know?
Yeah, right. You know, or fucking.
Listen, my crazy ass. Like, I just got killed by that motherfucker. And I'm like, yeah, you know, we can wrestle again.
Yeah, one more time maybe, and that's it, you know? One more time. 10 more times. No, you'd be like, oh.
As long as I don't fucking die, I would seriously wrestle that motherfucker every day of the week. Because, you know, it's like I said earlier, I always, and it's always everything I've been about, whether it was back when I used to play football, you know, back when I used to play basketball. Mm-hmm. I always want to test myself against the best people out there.
Yeah.
So, you know, you came up to me and you told me, you said, hey, you got to wrestle 5 times this week. Every single match is going to be against Masada.
Right.
Yeah, I'm probably going to end that week, you know, with my ass kicked 5 nights and, you know, it's a bloody mess. I will have holes all over my head. I'll look like fucking SpongeBob.
And you know what? I like how you guys, like when you go to the hospital, you tell the stories to the nurses. You lie. You got to say, well, I did, you know, I did this week, you know.
Right. And but yeah, you know, I mean, you know, I'd be a bloody fucking mess, but I would do it. You know? I would test myself against Masada every day of the week.
Yeah.
And actually, a lot of people don't know this, but when we wrestled at King of the Death this past year in a 4-way, it was me, him, Bryant Woods, and Ricky Shane Page. He actually knocked me out in it.
Oh shit!
There's one scene. There's one segment.
Yeah.
It was right before I took the skewers that night.
Yeah.
And you know, we're trading blows, and he just throws this hellacious forearm that catches me, and you just see me fall to my ass. And you know, he did the skewers like right after that.
Yeah.
But that whole time I was out. I had no fucking clue where I was.
Wow. Wow.
It was like I remember getting hit, and then the next thing I know, I had skewers in my head.
And then the lights go out, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen like that, you know? It's like the blackness sets in, you know what I mean? Just black out.
Yeah.
Just black out. You don't know when. It'd be scary, man, because these guys hit that. You never know, because, like, you go on that outside of that ring, holy shit, man. You're on that apron, you know what I mean? That fucking, right there is a fucking, you see that on TV all the time. You see all the guys, you know? That's like the danger spot on the ring, you know? Once they hit like that bottom part of that, you know, when they land on their back or their head, you know? It's like, oh shit. Right. You could lose it right there. You know, fucking, actually, was it G-Raver at the last show at GCW, man, he took a nice guardrail bump. He really fucking hit the back wall, you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't see it on the camera, but he was on the ground for quite a while, you know?
Oh.
Versus Cyclopay or whatever the guy, one of those guys, Mexicans or Marcus Crane or somebody. But it was a scary spot. You don't know.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing that spot on
a picture. There's a picture up. There's a picture up there online right now too. But yeah,
G-Raver's tough as shit though, man.
I know.
We were at this event towards the end of the summer, and it was weird, man. It was like a big music fest and deathmatch wrestling, and like fucking green jelly was there, green jello, whatever the fuck they're going by that one, and it was crazy, and I watched him and Adam Bueller just do some crazy shit,
right?
In their match, and I wrestled this dude named TJ Phillips that I feel like is another guy that's very underrated.
Yeah.
The West Virginia area, and I mean, we've done some crazy shit.
Yeah.
But you know, I actually stayed after my match out by the gimmick table, honestly, so I could watch G-Raver and Adam Bueller.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was so fucking intense.
Dude, you know what movie you have to pick up? Did you ever hear that he was in a movie? The Pro Wrestlers versus Zombies?
No.
Yeah, pick that up on DVD. Pro Wrestlers with Roddy Piper and Shane Douglas. Yeah, he's in that. It was really cool. I didn't realize, and it was a cool movie. It's a pretty cool fucking movie.
Yeah.
Check that out. Buy that. Purchase that DVD.
Check that out.
That's
I've been in a couple films, but.
Right.
I mean, all the movies I was in sucked ass.
Hey, I was in The Wrestler for 5 minutes. How's that?
Oh, hell yeah!
There you go.
I was in this movie with Al Snow.
Oh, really?
Shit! This has been like 7 years now.
Yeah.
Years, something like that.
Yeah.
It was called Cry for Blood.
Yeah.
And I highly recommend nobody to watch this movie.
Worst ratings ever.
Like, me and Al were sitting there making fun of the movie the whole time we were doing it. Because I mean, it was like, it didn't make sense. Like there's one scene where I get my throat ripped out. We were like, it was like a mix of Waterworld and like every post-apocalyptic movie with cage fighters.
Oh, jeez.
I get my throat ripped out.
Right.
Then I'm in the next scene speaking.
Yeah.
Like, just with no marks on me. And I'm actually talking about how I won my fight. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, didn't I just get my fucking throat ripped out?
Like what the fuck?
Yeah, and then although that was my first experience of ever being in a in a movie sex scene.
Well, hey.
Unfortunately, I wasn't the one having sex. I was the one staying there taking bets on how long the guy was going to last. That's my movie claim to fame. I was like, I'm just in there watching this guy get head.
Yeah, you should have had Al Snow go in there with head. Right?
Would have been a better movie.
He'll probably would have. That's cool though. It's fun to be like an extra. It's fun to be an extra.
I was in one movie called The Indie Wrestler.
Yeah.
I don't even think it made it to
public.
to film. Then I was in another movie called Woman in the Mirror, where I was once again I'm in a nude scene. I was a biker in a strip club.
Oh, jeez.
Which is hilarious because I have no clue how to ride a motorcycle.
Yeah. Oh man.
But yeah, you know, I mean, so,
there's Brad and his assless. There's Brad and his assless chaps going on.
yeah. You know, if anybody out there is listening, a movie producer, if you have a sex scene, I have experience standing in them. So.
Yes, he'll fill the position for you.
Yeah.
Not only a professional wrestler, but a movie man too.
Yeah.
Take over Ron Jeremy's job.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'll be his stand-in.
But no, it's always fun to be an extra in movies sometimes. You know, I mean, I've never done it, you know. But when The Wrestler came, I was like 15 minutes, you know. I was like, and I didn't even know they were filming it, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know what's going on. You don't know where he is. Mickey's outside having a cigarette. I'm outside having a cigarette, you know. I didn't know he was out there. I could have snapped my picture with him, you know.
Right.
You know, it'd be like, hey.
Yeah.
I just saw you. Oh, yeah. You know.
Right.
But you see me like five. But you know, you look up in the bleachers, like where he was sitting. You know, and that one scene where he's sitting in the bench, and actually that's the Jersey All Pro building, Broadway Rec Center. That's pretty cool.
Okay.
You know, so but I'm sitting like second row ringside in a white dragon cap. You know, white logo. You can't miss it. You know, you have to really like squint 5 seconds. You know. I think Ron Killings, they called Ron Killings in for that night, you know, to come in do a match.
Yeah, now I know what scene you're talking about. Yeah. I'll have to pop that in when we get off here and watch that shit.
That's a good movie. That's always fun to watch. A lot of those places are, you know, the Asbury Park, you know, the fucking convention center, that building that they use there.
One thing I love about that movie is Mickey Rourke's character in it always reminds me of Ricky Morton. Mm-hmm. And you know, me being down this way, you know, Ricky and Robert Gibson, you know, the Rock and Roll Express, they were huge actually. And, helping me out early on, especially Ricky. I used to be on shows with Ricky every single week, and I mean, you know, he used to always critique me and always, you know, just help us out. You know, and what was funny is, you know, back then there was this group of us, you know, just these green guys, fresh out of training, you know, just trying to learn, you know, just the basic pro wrestling. You know, now the four of us, you know, I'm me, obviously. You know, doing death matches and shit. Then the boys, Dalton Castle's boys in Ring of Honor, were two of the other ones, Brent and Brandon Tate. Okay. We've been friends since this whole journey started. Yeah. And then Chase Owens, that's in the Bullet Club, and you know, wrestles over in New Japan. He was the other one. So we had no idea at the time, you know, where the four of us were going to go. No. At the time, we were trying to just do our best to put on a good show in front of 50 people and just a little rundown flea market. Yeah. That's awesome. You know, that's like people don't realize people, and they're doing good. You know what I mean? And it's awesome. Yeah. You know. Do you still keep in contact with him? And I still keep in contact. I was always really good friends with Brent Tate, from boys, and we still to this day. You know, we never. It's funny, we live in the same city, and we never see each other because either they're on the road or I'm on the road. Oh, so, no shit. But you know, we still keep up with each other. Yeah, and, communicate. They're good dudes, man. Everybody told them that they weren't going to do anything because they were both too small. Right. And now they're officially signed with Ring of Honor. Yeah, actually, they just have the titles. I just saw the tag team titles. I just saw picture of them or a video of them.
You know?
Yeah. I know them and Dalton Castle had like those 6-man titles for a little while, but they're good dudes too. You know, like you get a lot of guys that once they get to that next level, they're kind of bitter, they're assholes, and these dudes have never been that way.
No.
They've always been super cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's a great thing, that's going on with a lot of guys right now. Is and it all goes back to us deathmatch guys too.
Sure.
We actually had this conversation in the locker room. Yeah. Everybody, pretty much in these deathmatch circles, you don't really hear too much bad shit about them. Everybody's cool. When everybody's in a locker room, like, nobody's like, man, fuck you. Everybody's everybody's cool. Top to bottom. Now, I'm sure there's, a guy here or there that, is a fucking douche or something. But, for the most part, I've never been in a deathmatch locker room that I didn't enjoy.
No. I mean, some people have their fuck-ups, like, did you remember when Devin was accused of stealing money? Did you heard that?
And I heard about that.
Yeah.
And Ian brought him, for a
couple of shows.
Shit. What show was it? It was something. Ian brought him in, gave him a chance.
Yeah.
And Devin's a cool dude.
Devin's awesome, man. He's, he's much better than what he was.
He's never done wrong by me, and he's always, he's always cool.
He needed that getaway.
He's always, urging everybody to get better.
He needed that getaway. He needed that, he needed that. And then timing was just, he needed the getaway, and the healing, for himself.
For sure.
And like he says, he's glad to have him back and shit, Yeah,
and it was actually him against Eddie Kingston that night. And
yeah.
After that match, Eddie gave a big speech about, their friendship and everything.
Yeah.
Like, it was really awesome. It was a really uplifting moment.
Dog collar.
And Eddie, other dude, Eddie is one of the most entertaining people I've ever met. Like,
he is.
Whether it's in the locker room, in the ring, or just, randomly passing in a hallway.
Yeah. I remember, when Eddie was younger, like wrestling, like, down here in Jersey, like, he was a character, man. He was a character, His character was just built from years and years, He was just one of those guys. He had like a diamond on his outfit, or everybody would cut on him, no matter what. I remember he wrestled for this company. It was actually called JCW. It was in Garfield, New Jersey. GCW's other birth company, like the original. Low Key was there, like Low Key, and Chris Candido. Bam Bam. Rest his soul, man. I wish he was still around.
Right.
But yeah, the stories were great, and the matches were always, there was still a lot. You could buy the DVD, the VHS or DVDs are still out. It's crazy,
Right. Yeah.
To find these like younger matches of these guys, you're like, holy shit, Bryan Danielson versus Eddie Kingston. Like, wow, you're like, you don't even know. You know what I mean?
Right.
Till you watch it.
Yeah, and like that, and even mentioning that, like, that's just something else I love about this time right now is, like I really hope, years down the road, whatever becomes of me, whether I go further than this or whether I stay the same, but just years down the road, maybe somebody will be like, man, do you remember when Masada wrestled BradCash at Guardians of Hardcore? Do you remember when BradCash Shane Page wrestled at IWA Mid-South?
Came to New Jersey.
At Anarchy,
Came to New Jersey,
Jersey,
Shit.
You remember when Jeff Cannonball fucking made Brad tap with a fucking thumbtack bat?
Yeah, jabbed in the throat.
yeah, man. My neck was wrapped up for
I know,
a while.
Wow, Brad, we really had a good night tonight, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, for sure, man. I love coming.
Anytime you want to come, you know that. This podcast is always open for you. You know that.
Thanks, bro.
You know, you got any plugs? You want to plug anything? We'll call it a night.
Yeah. Let me get some quick plugs in. First of all, above all else, like every deathmatch guy, right now, I want every fan that hears this to just look at every fucking show you can, every deathmatch show, top shows, bottom shows, whatever, because deathmatch guys are really hot. They're not just hot right now, but the effort that they're giving is, some of the biggest shit going on right now. So everybody from your Masadas and Nick Gages, to your
Rickies,
your Colt, your Jeff Cannonballs, your G-Ravers, your Adam Buellers, your Schlacks, and then above all else, your BradCashes.
Gotta throw
check those out. IWA Mid-South has Hardcore Heartbreak coming up. Definitely check that out. And their live show on Powerbomb TV on Thursdays.
Powerbomb is smartmark.com.
That is something different.
Smartmark.com.
Yeah, smartmark.com. Smartmark Video. We got the people that brought you the Carnage Cup are doing the Super Stiff Ironman Invitational.
Yeah.
It's different. It's more focused on the hard hitting.
Yeah.
And shit. I got John Wayne Murdoch first round. So we'll see how that's going to. That's going to be intense. I haven't wrestled him since like 2014.
Yeah.
So that's pre-King Murdoch. So that'll be intense. Anarchy Wrestling, you can watch it on Powerbomb TV every week. They got some really hot stars right now. Kyle Matthews, Slim J. He's
BradCash. BradCash.
Cash. And definitely and down there right now, the shit we got going on is pretty insane. You can watch me beat the shit out of this tall fucker named Jacob Ashworth. I actually broke into his house just to fuck with him one day.
Oh, really? Oh,
jeez. Not even kidding. Like, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I was gonna fucking stab him next time I see him. GCW. This is how you know this place is fucking awesome. I have never wrestled for GCW, and I am on here plugging their shit. Watch GCW. That shit is awesome. King of the Death Match is coming up. I don't know yet if I'm on it.
Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Yes.
King of the Death Match. It's like the WrestleMania of the Midwest.
Slave of the Death is coming. Slave of the Death too, I think. Yeah, Slave that's coming to Primos in September. I might go out to that.
Hell yeah.
Maybe we'll just go out there. Maybe we'll go hang out. Fuck it. We'll go watch wrestling. BradCash Deathmatch Wrestle. Come on, I got a cousin out in Colorado, so I might just have to just chill,
Yeah,
Denver's fun. Denver's fun.
I'm trying to think anybody else.
No.
Anybody else that needs to play.
You.
And then just a quick list of names I'm going to throw out there. Just guys that people need to look up, and girls. I'm just going to throw names out there. Bill the Butcher, Slim J, Kikio, Ludark, Ciclope, Mito Extremo, your Nick Gages, Colt 45, the AJ Gray, Anthony Henry, Chip Day, Adam Bueller,
list goes on and on.
There's so many people to plug right now that I can't even spit the words out. Kyle Matthews, like everybody, watch these guys and you will be entertained, regardless of your the type of wrestling that you love. Your JC Rock, watch this shit. Your Mance Warners, watch everything. It's a really good time to be a wrestling fan right now. So I'm gonna end this plugging everybody else. So there you go.
Yeah, and also and BradCash, where can these people get a hold of you? How's that? And find some merchandise. Ding ding ding.
Oh yeah. if you want to contact Brad Cash, of course, you can always contact me through my Facebook Messenger. You can email me at bradcashbookings91@yahoo.com. Or you can catch me on Twitter.
Quitter? What's Quitter?
BradCash PCOV. I got T-shirts. I will have hats coming soon. I got posters. I'm fixing to have some DVDs coming soon.
New T-shirt. Compliments to the artists right now. Whoever did your T-shirts, they are awesome. I love them.
Oh, thank you.
Fucking badass.
Yes, the Suicide King shirts were made by my boy and former stablemate Azriel on Facebook as Israel Greenway.
Yeah.
And
that was
and then
pretty.
The older shirts, the King of the Kill, was made by my boy at Broken Nerd Productions, James Simonelli. I got some great artists that do some great shit for me.
Very cool, fans. So please support and buy merchandise from this guy. If you ever see him at a show, he has 8x10s. He'll sign them for you. He has 8x10s, 5x10s, 5x10s, 5.
Just come up, share a beer with me. We'll talk about whatever. I'm a talkative person.
Yes, you are. So, Brad.
Just come fucking chill.
Brad, but you know where you can always find your friend Deathmatch Russell, right?
Yes.
Friend.
Everybody, this is the Deathmatch Russell podcast, and Deathmatch Russell is the fucking shit.
If you're not.
And he will plug your shit, and he is a cool dude to talk to, so all you motherfuckers listening, tune in to Deathmatch Russell podcast.
Brad Cash, I want to say thank you for being on once again, and let's shoot the breeze pretty soon. Again and again.
Yeah, for real, dude. For real.
Again, we'll keep it going. Always welcome back. This door is always open, you know that. The Deathmatch door.
I'll be back.
The Deathmatch dungeon.
Yeah. Sure.
Right? Be good, man. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Have a good night.
You too.
I want to thank my guest once again, Brad Cash, for being on. Wow. What a lot he had to talk about tonight. Masada, big props to you. You guys tore the house down that night. The level of brutality, the ultra-violence, the hype was there. For fans who weren't at that show, make sure you, like Brad Cash said, Powerbomb TV, Smart Mark Video, buy the DVD. You'll be like, holy shit, you want to get out to a deathmatch show. Because if you have never been to one, man, you're missing out on what we see all the time, us fans as wrestling. Watch these guys bleed for us. It's a sport. It's an art. Go out and support deathmatch wrestling. Where can you find all your past and current Deathmatch Russell podcasts? You can always find me on Facebook at David C. Russell and on Twitter at DavidNJ32 and on my brand new website launched. As always, DeathmatchWrestlePodcast.com. Check it out. You'll never know who will be on my show. Tomorrow night, Wednesday, we're going to have Pro Wrestler Chat, Charlie, and Archeon. Stay tuned. We'll hear what he has to say about his future in wrestling and where he's been and where he's going to be coming to a town near you. Thank you for listening once again. And have a good night. $375,000 for 5%.
I am a soldier. I stand ready to deploy, engage, and destroy my enemies. I am the god of war. I am the god of war. From a cannon, nigga, not a sword. Take a fella to the bottom floor. I'm the motherfucking god of war. What will it take from me? Better yet, what's left of me? Feels like I'm slipping, but I'm fighting till the death of me. Feels like I'm out of my body, no, I'm out of my head. And I ain't trying to be funny, but I'm knocking them dead. This is torture, this is pain, this is crazy, this is insane. If I tell you to please give me more, then I want all of it. See, this is war, and I'm the god of it. I am a warrior, I have no fear. No one will conquer me, I will not die here. I will forever be where the killers run free. Held unaccountable to the heavens, call me. I am the chosen one, king to the rising sun. I sacrifice it all for my